some problems which is asked mainly on JEE Mains. The concept required for this topic will be the concept of position vector, section formula and collinearity. I could have discussed coplanarity here with you, but not going to do it because coplanarity we can check the way we have understood the chapter so far. That's true. But if you know scalar triple product or at least cross product and dot product of vectors, it will be easier for you to deal with. So today I will be discussing those sums which are based on the concept which you have already got. If you haven't seen previous 2 episodes, then please go through it and then join this class. Let me start. In this question, concept of position vector and collinearity both are required. These points are given to be collinear. Alpha I 10j 13k, 6i 11j 11k, 9 by 2i beta j minus 8k. Then what is the value of 19 alpha minus 6 beta whole square? So I will be taking this point as A, this one as B and this one as C. Then these 3 points, if they are collinear, A, B and C, if they are collinear, then AB vector is a scalar multiple of BC vector. Am I correct? AB vector is a scalar multiple of BC vector. Or AC vector is a scalar multiple of AB vector, because I have already mentioned that there is no difference between parallelism collinearity when we consider 3 vectors, 2 vectors A and B. If they are collinear or parallel, we have a relation like this: A equal to mu into B, where mu is a scalar. So in our sum, we can write that AB vector equal to some scalar into BC, or AC is some scalar into BC. I am writing AB vector is some scalar into BC vector. This we can write. Or AB vector is what? Position vector of B minus position vector of A. So 6 minus alpha I plus J minus 2k going to be equal to lambda into BC vector. 9 by 2 minus 6 minus 3 by 2i beta minus 11j and minus 19k. Okay. So now coefficient of I here and here, they are comparable. Therefore 6 minus alpha equal to minus 3 lambda by 2, or lambda equal to 2 into 6 minus alpha by minus 3. Now coefficient of J, that is 1 equal to lambda into beta minus 11. So lambda equal to 1 by beta minus 11. And then finally we have coefficient of K, where minus 2 on the left side, and so lambda equal to what? 2 by 19. You compare all these 3 lambdas. Therefore, You write alpha minus 6, no problem, by 3 will be equal to 1 by beta minus 11 equal to 2 by 19. Find alpha and beta from here. Their question is to find the value of 19 alpha minus 6 beta whole square. So if you consider this and this, 2 into alpha minus 6 equal to 6 by 19, you can cancel this. So alpha will be this is nothing but 117 by 19. And beta minus 11 is 19 by 2. So beta will be 19 by 2 plus 11. This is equal to 41 by 2. So the value you wanted to find, 19 alpha minus 6 beta whole square. 19 alpha is going to be 117. 6 beta going to be 3 into 41. Hope you have understood this step because you are just simply putting the value. 117 minus 6 square, the value is going to be 36. Part C is the option over. I think the concept of that collinearity helps a lot for this sum, and this mathematical concept only you need for your subject to excel in your board as well as for JEE. Collinearity you can easily solve if you remember that two vectors parallel or collinear, then there is a way to represent one vector with respect to the other. One is the scalar multiple of the other. I have simply used that. A, B, C, they are collinear points. I have written AB equal to lambda into BC. You could have told me that why not AC equal to lambda into AB. That also will give you the answer. But why I have chosen AB and BC, that you will understand, just to avoid alpha and beta in the same ratio. That's why AB and BC I have considered, alpha and beta separated from the beginning. Let's see if there is any other sum based on this collinearity. This question I found in 2023 paper, that points P and Q are circumcenter and orthocenter of triangle ABC. Okay, means triangle ABC there. Circumcenter, orthocenter given for this triangle A, B and C, not given, they are given in terms of vector. P and Q. Okay. But the problem is, in vector, the formula for circumcenter and orthocenter are not very easy to write. We can, but better we remember one very important relation from geometry, that is when there is centroid in addition to circumcenter and orthocenter, then this point G will divide PQ in the ratio what? That you know or you don't know. If you don't know, try to remember it is 2:1. Coordinate of centroid we can find easily because I am doing some straight from the concept. So I'll tell you how to get the centroid of triangle, not orthocenter or in center. If required, we'll do it. Just triangle ABC is there. This is the median. I mean midpoint of BC. So AM going to be the median. Now, centroid is the point which will divide it in the ratio 2:1. Okay? So, what will be coordinate of centroid? With respect to any origin, the position vector of AM going to be what? Position vector of, if you take this one as A, this one B, and this one C, then position vector of M, this is midpoint, so B plus C by 2. This is position vector of M, B plus C divided by 2. Now, G divides AM in the ratio 2:1. Therefore, position vector of G, if we want to find, will be using section formula only. That is 2 into position vector of M, then what? 1 into position vector of A, add 2 into position vector of M, 1 into position vector of A, that divided by 2 plus 1. So it is 2 into B plus C divided by 2 plus 1 into A divided by 3. So this thing going to be B plus C plus A divided by 3. Clear? Hope you have understood. So centroid has position vector which is 1/3 the sum of position vector of 3 vertices. Remember this way. Now we have to find the value of P, PB and PC. You don't know P and Q. Writing P and Q will not be very convenient form. But if we take position vector of 3 points as A, B and C respectively, then just I have told you position vector of G. Position vector of G going to be what? A plus B plus C divided by 3. And this P is the circumcenter. Q is the orthocenter. PG is what in diagram? PG is 2/3 of PQ. Okay? I will suggest you to take P as the origin. Sometimes choosing of origin at a given point or a convenient point helps a lot. We are taking P as the origin. What is the advantage? We can write PA vector. Let P, that circumcenter, be the origin. Then position vector of A, that you know A, PB is B. It's alright. Your problem is to find PA plus PB plus PC. Let us use this one. Okay? 3 into PG from the given relation. I mean, not given. This one we have found. 3 into PG equal to 2 into PQ. But PG is what? That is position vector of G. We have taken P as the origin, so PG will be there. So this implies 3 into A plus B plus C by 3, 2 into PQ. This much we know. Now A is what? A is what? P vector. So therefore, PA, PB, PC equal to 2PQ. Okay? So 2PQ. Yeah, PA, PB and PC. So easily it has come, which is 2PQ. But if you don't remember this relation where centroid divides line segment joining circumcenter or orthocenter in the ratio 2:1, you will be confused. Proving is almost impossible if you don't use the relation. Okay? 2023 April morning shift. ABCD be a quadrilateral if E and F are the midpoints of diagonals AC and BD, and AB minus BC, AD minus BC is given to be K into AP. Then your problem is to find the value of K. I believe this sum is ordinary one once you use the concept of position vector and the section formula, which you have learned in the previous session. So this is a quadrilateral ABCD may not be parallelogram. E and F given midpoints of AC. So E is the midpoint of AC and F is the midpoint of BD given, and AB minus AC given. So we can find all the points position vector if once we assume position vector of this point be A, B, C and D. So let position vector of 4 vertices be as shown here. Then position vector of E going to be what? It is midpoint of AC, you all know it. A plus C divided by 2, and position vector of F, B plus D divided by 2. Now it is given AB minus BC plus AD minus DC equal to K into FE. Just put their values. AB vector is what? Position vector of B minus position vector of A. Minus BC vector is what? Position vector of C minus position vector of B. AD is what? D vector minus A vector. Okay? AD vector, position vector of D minus position vector of A, and DC vector. DC is what? C minus D. K into FE vector. FE is what? A plus C divided by 2, and then E is FE, no? So E will come first. That's why written A plus C by 2 minus position vector of F. It's alright. Now this thing implies B minus C, all are there. being repeated. B is occurring twice, minus A is occurring twice, and minus C also occurring twice, plus D occurring twice. K into K by 2 you take common, A plus C minus B minus D. It's alright. So therefore, what do you get here? Are you seeing that left hand side equal to right hand side? You take minus 2 common from here on left side. Will be K by 2 so two sides vectors are equal. Scalars must be equal. So what does this imply? Minus 2k plus 2. This implies k equal to minus 4. Okay? The value of k is equal to minus 4. So which option? This is going to be part C. Clear? Understood? This paper, this question I found in 2024 paper. Let the position vectors ABC of triangle known here. L1, L2, L3 be the length of perpendiculars drawn from the orthocenter of the triangle on sides AB, BC and CA respectively. Then you have to find L1 square, L2 square, L3 square. Look at the sum given. Orthocenter no one find in vector. Okay. Orthocenter of the triangle, from their length of perpendiculars are given. If nothing is very special about the sum, then orthocenter will not be of any help here, I tell you. But you can see that position vector of 3 vertices given here, 2i, 2j, 2k, I, 2j, 2k, and 2i, j plus 2k. Okay? So do you find anything peculiar over there? Not peculiar in fact, this is symmetric. 2, 2, 1 here, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. If you find the length of 3 sides of the triangle, just go for that. A, B, C. Then what is AB vector? Position vector of B minus A minus I plus K. What is BC vector? C minus B, that is I plus J. No, it is C minus B, so this will be minus J. And CA vector is what? Or AC, whatever. A minus C, that is J minus K. So it is obvious that mod AB, mod BC equal to mod CA. That is root 2. So this is a point you have to note. The length of sides are equal. So orthocenter is the centroid over there. What is centroid over there? Centroid going to be position vector of A plus B plus C. If you add 2i, I, 2i, 5i, 2j, it will be 5j plus 5k by 3. Equilateral triangle. They all coincide. And in fact, from the centroid, if you draw perpendicular on sides, they are also going to be the same. This is centroid. And if you join it, then they lie on the same line, isn't it? So G to M can be determined if we know the height. See, when there is a way to get it quickly, you go for that. This is equilateral triangle of side length √2. It means if area we consider, it will be, no, not area, you just consider height. For equilateral triangle, height and length of median, they are equal. So AM equal to height, and this is going to be √3/2 into A. Substitute the value of A over there. So AM is equal to √3/2 into √2. So this is under √3/2 height. Now tell me what is GL, length of perpendicular on AB, GM and GN. They are all equal because equilateral triangle, orthocenter, circumcenter, they coincide. So all three, GM, GL or GN, they are just going to be equal to 1/3 of the height. Height, how much you got? √3/2. So this is 1/√6. So you got all L1, L2, L3 which are equal to 1/√6. Therefore, L1 square, L2 square, L3 square going to be 1/6. The value is equal to 1/2. Okay? But D is the correct answer. Okay? So sums in vector are not difficult. We are solving JEE main paper today, but advanced paper also. Once you know the dot product, cross product and scalar triple product, JEE advanced paper also will not be difficult. Okay, let us see the next problem, which is this question we have seen in 2023 paper from the topic you have just learned. 2024 paper. Let's see the next question. This is a question from JEE Main 2024. Same concept, position vector. ABC of triangle given. L denotes the length of angle bisector AD of BAC. And then you have to find 2L square. Length of angle bisector, not a confusing term here, that ABC. D is the bisector of angle AB. I'll remind you one, that class 9 or 10 theorem, that angle bisector will divide, it is the angle bisector, it will divide BC in the ratio of length of sides. That AB by AC is going to be BD by DC. Okay? So let us find AB first. AB vector, position vector of B minus A, I get cancelled, 5G. And AC vector is what? This is 3i minus 4j. Oh my God, 3k getting cancelled. But so mod AB is what? Mod AB is 5. Mod AC is also 5. Fantastic. Nice problem. Huh? So if you get AB and AC of equal length, then it is quite obvious that D is the midpoint of BC. Since AB equal to AC equal to 5, therefore D is the midpoint of BC. So you can write position vector of D. What is that? Position vector of D is position, I am using that midpoint formula, B plus position vector of C, that divided by 2. B plus C, that is I 3j plus 6k. Okay? If you add these two, 2i minus II, 2j plus j, 3j, 3k plus 3k, 6k. Once you got D and you know the value of A, then you can write AD vector. So AD vector is what? Position vector of D, already got 3j minus position vector of A, that is 2i okay, 2i minus 3j plus 3k. So this is minus 3i nine j, isn't it? 3j plus 6j, 9j, 6k minus 6, getting cancelled by 2. Clear? So mod AD you have to find. Okay? So just write the value of mod AD over there. This is half under root 3 square plus 9 square. This you have done before. So half 90 root 90 divided by 2. They have asked you to find the value of 2L square. This is L. This is L. So L square is 90 by 4. 2L square going to be 45. Okay? 45 is the option over there. Okay? So for these sums, 2023-24, 2024 paper, we have seen based on the concept of position vector, modulus of vector, IJK representation only. Okay? Another question they have asked in 2024 based on the concept of what? Collinearity. A, B, C be three non-zero vectors such that B and C are non-collinear. A plus 5B given collinear with C, B plus 6C collinear with A. But B and C, they are non-collinear. Okay? So how to proceed? Given B and C are non-collinear. So it means you cannot write B equal to some scalar into C. You cannot write this. Never. They are not equal like this. But you can write A plus 5B equal to some scalar into C. B plus 6C equal to some scalar into A. This you can write. And another relation given that A plus alpha into B plus beta into C equal to 0. Now let us see what kind of relation is stated over there in 1 and 2. That A, B, C related here, B, C and A also related here. Immediately let us find a relationship between A and B or B and C or C and A. This can be done by eliminating one of the vector. We eliminate A from 1 and 2. What do you get? A equal to LC minus 5B you substitute there. In second equation you put the value of A. M into LC minus 5B. Okay. What is the advantage here? Because I am going to use this one, that B and C are non-collinear. So this relation B is scalar multiple of C or opposite, C scalar multiple of B, not possible over there. Now let us take all B's together. 1 plus 5M into B, 6 minus ML into C equal to 0. Now B and C collinear, this relation cannot exist, but we got it from the given condition. So this can exist if and only if 1 plus 5M equal to 0, 0 and 6 minus ML equal to 0. Say from here M going to be minus 1 by 5 and L going to be what? 6 by M, that is minus 30. So you got a relation over there. That from 1, what have you got? From 1, if you want to write A plus 5B equal to L. Isn't it? Therefore, A plus 5B plus, they stated that the relation on ABC as follows: A plus alpha B plus beta C equal to 0. So just compare. Alpha going to be what? 5. Beta going to be what? 30. If you add these two, it is going to be 35. D is the option. These are JEE questions. Apart from dot product and cross product, just conceptual. It is based on the concept, elementary concept, collinearity of vectors, position vector, section formula, and little bit concept of orthocenter, centroid, circumcenter. Let's see the next problem. This is in 2025, this year's paper only. Position vector of 3 vertices given. Position vectors of orthocenter, circumcenter. See, orthocenter, circumcenter and 3 vertices, which is not known here, not stated here, centroid. But the concept of centroid plays very important role over there. What is that? The concept I have discussed in today's session only. That orthocenter is there, circumcenter is there, centroid is there, and centroid will divide it in the ratio 2:1. So this part 2 and this 1. Position vector of 3 vertices of triangle given. So there is a triangle here. I need not draw the triangle. If you need, let's start drawing. Those three those three sides will include this part. Whatever may be. Okay? This is orthocenter, centroid, and the circumcenter. G divides OC in the ratio 2:1. 3 vertices A, B, C are given and a relation also given. What is that? Position vector of orthocenter? No other relation, just position vector given. So you can use this thing here, that G is what? Position vector of G is what? That position vector of A plus position vector of B plus position vector of C divided by 3. That is 4P minus 5P, 2P, only P. And Q, 2Q minus Q, that is only Q. And 4R minus 3R, only R divided by 3. You got position vector of G. Okay? So orthocenter will not find only centroid. It is enough. They have given orthocenter here, circumcenter here. Now you write position vector of G by using that G divides OC in the ratio 2:1. Therefore, position vector of G going to be 2 into position vector of C. What is that? C means circumcenter. 2 into alpha P beta cube gamma plus 1 into that orthocenter they have given, P plus Q plus R divided by 4. So you can compare these two now. Centroid, and you got G, you got position vector of G. So you can compare these two only. Let us compare position vector of G here and position vector of G here. Therefore, P plus Q plus R divided by 3 will be 2 into alpha P beta cube gamma plus R by 4. Clear? You take it on left side. So 1 by 12. 12 is the LCM. It is going to be P plus Q equal to 2 into alpha P beta cube gamma. Therefore, 2 alpha 1 by 12, 2 beta 1 by 12, 2 gamma also 1 by 12. So those alpha, beta, gamma are equal. They are going to be 1 by 24. Now alpha plus 2 beta plus 5 gamma. This is what? All are equal. So 6 by 24, 1 by 4 only. Why? Because alpha, beta, gamma all are 1 by 24. No, sorry, 8 by 24. I am wrong here. This is alpha 1 by 24, 2 into 1 by 24, 5 into 1 by 24. So this is going to be 1/3. Okay. So which option is correct? They have asked you to find alpha plus 2. I am getting 1/3 here. Yes, the mistake I have done here, writing position vector of G by using this. Be careful. Never be overconfident. So by 3 will be there. Section formula, no? Isn't it? So that 3, when you compare, it will come this side. So there will be only 3 into this thing, just P plus Q, 3/4 it will be. Isn't it? So it means 2 alpha going to be 3/4. Alpha going to be 3/8. Isn't it? 2 alpha, 2 beta and 2 gamma all are going to be 3/4. So they all are going to be 3/8. Isn't it? So here this thing going to be what now? Alpha plus 2 beta plus 5 gamma, it is occurring 3/8 times here, 1 into this, 2 into 3/8, 5 into 3/8. Okay, so 8 into 3/8, the value is 3. Okay, so this is the correct one. This came in 2025 paper. Okay. So this is another question came in 2025. I found based on this concept. Many questions are there. So many problem sets were there. Every question there is question from every question paper there is question from vector. On the basic concept of vector, I found this one. ABC are 3 points in plane whose position vector given. Be careful. √3i plus j, I plus √3j. And here ai plus 1 minus aj. Distance of C from the line bisecting the angle between OA and OB. Let me get the geometry. Is 9/√2 they have given. So this is A and this is B. A has position vector √3i plus j and this one I plus √3j. So length of OA and length of OB both are equal to 1 plus 3. This is equal to 2. Okay. And C has position vector ai plus 1 minus a into j. Distance of C from the line bisecting the angle they are equal. So this thing that if C is the distance of the point C is given what? AI 1 minus AG and its distance from this bisector. There is the vector C which is AI distance from there is given. Now this one they have stated origin. Line passing through origin and as they are equal, this has to be the midpoint. See, the concept being repeated. So if you solve 4-5 years paper, all the sets, you will be confident enough. M going to be the midpoint, very basic geometry concept. Length of sides are equal, so this has to be the median, which is angle bisector also. Angle bisector as well as median. So M has coordinate what? that root 3 plus 1 by 2i. So if we don't consider vector anymore, then equation of OL we can state. Equation of OM. Equation of OM going to be what? This is origin and these two are equal points. It has to be y equal to x. Because these 2 points are same. Line through 0, 0 and 2, 2. Line through 0, 0 and 10, 10. All are y equal to x. Y is equal to x. And this point is, we are just taking in Cartesian form. So distance from x minus y equal to 0, this point C to L going to be a minus 1 minus a by under root 2, and this is given 9 by root 2. Sum of all the possible values of a. So one possibility definitely there, that CL they have given 9 by root 2. Square root is there, came from the measurement of a length. So mod sign you put. Okay. Hope you don't have any problem. This is 9 by root 2. So 2a minus 1 equal to 9 plus minus 9. So a is going to be 5 minus 9 plus 1 minus 4. Sum of all the possible values they have asked. 5 plus minus 4 is 1. Okay. Sum of possible values of a they have asked, but D is going to be the answer. Okay. Hope you have understood the applicability of basic concept of vectors here. Okay.